What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. I have had One UI 7 on my Galaxy Z Fold 6 for a while. I've had the beta, and you guys should have it really, really soon. And I wanted to go through about 6 things that I use and on a daily basis that kind of have improved my way of life with the Galaxy Z Fold 6. There's tons of features they've implemented on this phone, but ultimately these 6 are something that I interact with every single day, that I use on a daily basis, that just make my One UI 7 on my Z Fold 6 more enjoyable. So here we go. And some of this stuff's not crazy. It's just life. It's like, more of a lifestyle thing. So first one is the vertical app drawer. I love this. So when you go to your app drawer, it used to be left and right, and you can still do that on here if you want. You just tap these 3 dots, go to sort, change it to custom order, and you can go to, left and right like the way it used to be. And I'm not a huge fan of this. I've been wanting a vertical app drawer, and they have finally done it. And it's great because it makes finding things a lot easier, because everything's just on one single page on your app drawer. And again, it just makes it, it's perfect. And it feels like you can scroll through the apps faster rather than go left and right. And if you still want that left and right, you still have it. That's what's great about Samsung. They usually give you those options to still have it. But the vertical app drawer, been waiting for this forever, and it's awesome. Now, something that took a little muscle memory for me to get used to was I used to have my search bar at the top. And with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 One UI 7 update, they moved it to the bottom, and I love it. It's great because this is a huge phone. So if I want to come in here and just find something, I can tap on this, I can search for what I want, or tap for the apps at the top that I was potentially looking for. But ultimately, it's so helpful to have the search bar at the bottom now, because the screens are tall and big now, and having information at the bottom to interact with is a lot better. So that's my number 2. Next is, it's not something I move around all the time, but it's set my phone up in a way that I personally love, and it's being able to control my quick toggles. So when I go down to my quick toggles and I hit this pencil, I've set this up in a way that personally makes it perfect for me. Meaning that if all these things grouped up here, and you can drag these around the way you see fit. So if you want your music to be at the top, you can, or if you want, if you're always, it depends what you're using, so that you can have things where you want them to be, to have it set up in a way that you want it to be. So I love that. And it's helpful. Again, it's not something I'm consistently changing on a daily basis, but I have, again, my phone set up in a way that makes sense to me. I have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi at the top, which are things that, I'll turn off them occasionally. I always use the, not always, but enough times I'll use the volume and the screen brightness to increase it or decrease it. I've got my quick toggles, and then I've got, I've got my, these 2 things I don't use all that much, but it's good to have them there, and they're at the bottom because, again, I don't really use them that much. So maybe you'd want these things to be at the bottom because you use them a lot. You could do it. You could set it up that way. That's what's great about this, giving you so much control. You could be like, I have my volumes on them, and maybe that's a smarter setup for me personally. I never really even thought about that until just now, and keep everything at the top. I'm just so used to having to go to the top for them. So maybe I'll try it out like this for a little bit. I'm gonna hit done, and have the things that are important to me towards the bottom of the screen. That would, I guess, that'd make a little bit more sense. Let me just do that. Let me move this back up. Here we go. Yeah, maybe I'll try it like that for a little bit and see if I can get the muscle memory to work like that. But I love that I can control all of that stuff. Next thing, number 4, would be this. I love this. I love that my clock is huge now on my screen. I think it's big on this one too. Yeah, it's huge. I love that I can do that, and used to not be able to make it super huge, but now you can. You have the option to control the size. It's really the customizing of the home screen. If you want to make something bigger or smaller, you can do that. And it's just ends up being something that, for me, I want it to be humongous, and I'm able to do that. It's not a huge important feature, but it's something that, again, just what I like to see. It's something I liked about the iPhone, having that huge time on that screen, and I love having and taking advantage of this huge clock on my Galaxy Z Fold 6 on the main screen. Next would be just animations. You know, they're not perfect. Sometimes they're jaggedy, sometimes they're a little laggy. But with that said, they're nice and smooth in terms of the way they look. They're elegant when they're working at their best. And I very much appreciate that. I love this little taskbar down here that I can go to. It just makes things, I don't know, they just did a good job with how the notification, how these things look on here and how they interact with how you use them. So it's really nice. They did a good job on it. I do want, in terms of the notifications, I do want this phone to feel smooth through and through, but I don't know if this phone will ever probably get there for me personally. I'd probably have to reset it and set it all up again, and I'm not willing to personally do that at the moment, but it's nice. I do appreciate the way the animations look. The last one has to do with the side key. In the past, I would always hold my side key and it would turn my phone off, and previous to this, when you'd press and hold it, it would go into Samsung Bixby, and that was your only option. But now when you go into your settings and you go into advanced features and you go into side button, you can, when you long press it, you can choose whatever assistant you want. So I can tap this and I can choose ChatGPT or Alexa or Firefox or Google, whatever I have as my assistant. But I love this because, and this is going to get even more powerful very, very soon, but when you press and hold it and I have my Gemini come up, I can have this, I can share this with my screen to view things on my screen, or I can ask it questions. It's very helpful with Google Assistant. It's super helpful. It's just like ends up being something that when you use it, it's like, I don't know why I never went to it sooner. I guess I didn't because I was locked into Samsung Bixby, but it ends up being a really big help in allowing me to get information and stuff easier when it's looking at my screen or me asking it a question and getting stuff like that. So very, very cool. Those are the things that have really kind of changed my experience on Galaxy Z Fold 6 with One UI 7. If you have it, let me know what things changed for you on the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.